morning to you. This is Euro Game Day Breakfast with the former Gillingham and Aston Villa striker Tony Cascarino and me, Natalie Sawyer, with you until 9 this morning. Excuse me, a sharp intake of breath. We may well hear this song being played or certainly being sung by England fans in Germany. It is the day that England kick off their Euro 2024 campaign as they take on Serbia live on talkSPORT, looking to banish the demons of Euro 2020, having reached the final and then losing that to Italy. We've been asking for your opinions, England fans, how you are feeling ahead of this game. Lots of you have been getting in touch. I'm just going to read a few texts before we get to some of our callers who are waiting patiently. This one is from Ryan, who says, woke up like it's Christmas Day. Have never felt as excited and confident in England's chances as I do right now. I hope Gareth is as adventurous in his game tactics as he has been with the squad he selected. Thank you very much for that. This one, where was I going to go? This one is just an anonymous text but says, come on England, so nervous and yet really excited, cannot wait. This one is from Jill, who says England need to show discipline, game management and play with confidence. This game will not be a cakewalk. We need to ignore the hype. I think a 1-0 win, that's what you're going for. Jill, thank you very much. What about the fans who are waiting to speak to us on the phone? Let's get to John, an Arsenal supporter. How are you doing, John?
Hi, John.
Very well, thank you. I'm not confident in England and the way they're going. They remind me of Chelsea at the beginning of the season. Plenty of talented players, but can't play as a team. And it took a whole season by Pochettino to get some good results. I cannot believe Trent Alexander, what lunatic has put him in midfield as some sort of quarterback? I mean, he can't defend. I mean, if he's meant to be in the holding role, he's got to help out Rice. How is he going to do that? And also, the three players he's left behind, Grealish, Rashford and Maguire, I cannot believe he's left those experienced players behind.
Maguire was injured, so there was nothing he could do about that one, unfortunately.
I would take Maguire. He's been forget about club level, but at international level, he's been our best defender out. If you've got to trust a player to get dirty in deep in the trenches, I'd rather trust Maguire than John Stones. And the Crystal Palace player, he wouldn't have been there if they didn't have a good second half of the season. I'm really worried with the Trent Alexander position. I think it's a disaster, without a doubt. And me personally, I would like Bellingham to be with Rice, Foden as number 10, Rashford on number 11, Saka on the right, and Kane. That's more organised and stable. But the three players he left behind, they've never let England down. They've been exceptional at tournament football. And now you've got it in your head, you've got to play exciting. You've got us to a semi-final and a final. You're building up to this moment. You've just changed your tactics and you've just gone down the Chelsea way. Tonight you will find out what a disaster that Trent Alexander position is. The forward line of Serbia is very, very dangerous and they're very physical.
John, I
appreciate the call, John. Thank you.
He's gone. I think there's a lot of people who disagree with a lot what John said there. I understand that it's a role that's been given to Trent. Trent is capable of defending. To say he can't defend, he's been a right back for a long time. And yes, he's had hard times. But you also have to remember the way that Klopp allowed him to be the wing back come right back that he was to be far more aggressive and offensive. And Gareth's been accused of not being brave and adventurous in his way of playing. Yeah. This is what he's doing. He's going, well, okay, if I think this is the best way we win games, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. If it doesn't work, he'll be out the team.
And just to reiterate, Harry Maguire is not in the squad because he
Nor is Rashford.
He's not in the squad because he was omitted. No. It was because he was injured and they tried to give him time to get fit, but he just couldn't. And unfortunately, yes, they've taken a risk with Luke Shaw, but I think that's because the left-back situation is more dire than maybe the centre-half options, even though some of the centre-halves perhaps don't have that tournament experience that Harry Maguire would have had. But Maguire himself said he wasn't ready. He couldn't play.
I know you can't go on about friendlies too much because they played Iceland the week before, but the one thing they did miss is the ability of one player to do the Kevin De Bruyne ball.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne is not the greatest defender, nor was Eden Hazard. and they were in a Belgium team together and they didn't win anything. But England have only got one of them types. Everyone around the England team works really hard. And Trent, by the way, is not bad at getting himself around the pitch. And I think he's the difference of what we saw in the Iceland game, Nat, where he can produce a ball.
Ron joins us. Smudger, I should say. How are you?
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Ron.
Great to have you with us.
I could have a real go at that last caller against Chelsea. He was having a real go at Chelsea there, wasn't he?
Well,
yeah. What I wanted to say is I was watching a documentary on Wayne Rooney last night, and I look at the players we had there. We had Wayne Rooney, we had Frank Lampard, we had Steven Gerrard. I mean, we had a great side then. And it's a bit like England all over. The false dawns. We promise so much, but we deliver so little. And I think with the players that we got, it's the opposition that's not letting us play the way we want to play. And Serbia tonight, it's going to be exactly the same. It's going to be a tight game. And I don't think it's going to be easy for us. And I'll go with Stuart Pearce on 2-1. I think it'll be 2-1.
Yeah.
No, we'll take that. We will take that as a win, England fans. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ron.
Look, Gareth obviously thinks similar, that they might try and stop England playing.
Yeah.
So what his idea is to say which player can open it up.
Yeah. And
it might not be Trent for 60 minutes. It might be Eze come on and do something, or another player that can deliver something. I see it as a good idea to go, but don't just go crazy on thinking offensive.
Like I say, lots of you getting in touch this morning. Thank you very much. Mark says, England hasn't won a tournament over the years. With Gareth Southgate being our manager, I fear that this tournament will end the same way. He's had a lot of talent to utilise over his 4-year stewardship, but tactically is always left wanting. That is from Mark. If England need to be taken seriously in this tournament, they need to turn up tonight and beat Serbia like we should, and beat them like 3-0 or 4-1. So says Steve from Boston. And then I believe this game is a final in the eyes of fans. The attacking talent we have should cause any team's problems. If Gareth allows them to attack, to push forward, allow the likes of Bellingham, Foden and Kane to do what they do so well for their respective clubs, then they will go far. Mixed reaction, but that's understandable at the same time. We're all a little bit unsure, aren't we, ultimately?
Do you know what? You're not going to play brilliant in every game.
No.
But you might have to go through penalties and extra time, and you might have to be indifferent. I remember watching France every game in '98 win the World Cup. They played against Paraguay. They got through on an extra time goal. They got through against Croatia after being behind 1-0 in the semis. You're going to have to sometimes not play your best, but get over the line.
Was ist das? talkSPORT?